I'm just loving this the Positive K song all morning long. It's so much fun. We're here with our friend Gary Couillard, and this is really great. Gary and I met, maybe 2 months ago? Up in Santa Fe, and you started telling me about this business, and I was like, that is really awesome, because you rent baby furniture and baby gear. Yeah. And this is, there are parents out there, young parents, who don't have everything, or who, like, and I think Greg was even talking about how grandkids who come into town, and they can all use this service. Explain a little bit how it works.
Well, we have a website where you can see everything we rent, and they can add it to their cart like a shopping cart, and check out and make their reservation, and then they select a day and a time, and we show up, deliver it, set everything up, including like putting the linens on the crib, and we pick it up when they're finished.
And it's that simple.
It's that simple.
And you don't just rent like cribs and high chairs, you rent like toys, you rent everything, right?
Yep, anything that a child or a baby would need.
Yeah.
Even if we don't rent it, we have customers who call up and say, hey, our family, my daughter really likes this for her children. I will actually custom buy an item based on what they're requesting, because it shows me that the demand is there. Cool.
Tell me, just remind us all how you kind of came to this business, because I love the story.
Well, I have two little guys myself. Now they're 4 and 6, but when they were babies, all the baby equipment was piling up in the garage, piling up. In fact, we couldn't park a second car in the garage due to all of the equipment. So my husband said, it's time to sell it on Craigslist. And as a mother, I think I was like emotionally tied to the equipment.
You don't want to see all that stuff go away.
No,
yeah.
Not knowing if I'm going to, have a third.
Right. Well, this was his first high chair. How can you get rid of that?
Yeah. So I was definitely emotionally connected, and I remember kind of looking at the equipment and saying, well, I could sell it on Craigslist, or I could rent it. So I threw up a one-page website. Within 3 days, I had my first order.
And you're a programmer too,
yeah.
which is pretty awesome. Just like, for most of us, it's like, whoa, one-page website. I gotta, hire somebody. So you were able to just crank that out.
Yep. And then after the order came in, and I worked nonstop to get a website that eliminated a lot of the potential for user error. So now everything's automated. When someone books a reservation, it actually gets put on my Google Calendar, and it's all automatic, so that I keep myself from making mistakes.
I'm sure, yeah, because you have a giant SUV, and you load all this stuff in, and you drive all over Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Santa Fe, delivering stuff. Yeah. And you live in Santa Fe.
And I lift it myself.
That's amazing.
My husband used to do the deliveries for me, and one day he quit on me.
It's so hard to find good help.
So I decided I'll just do it myself. So I'm getting bigger muscles.
Awesome. And we have one of your most popular items that people rent. We have a crib on set here this morning, and we were going to laugh that we're going to put Steve Westman in the crib, and we're going to do the interview from the crib. Cribs on the morning brew. But what is this? And how much does it cost to rent something like this?
So in Albuquerque, this full-size crib with a full-size mattress, and then we provide all of the linens, is $10 per day.
$10 a day?
Yeah.
And you can keep it for months, weeks, days?
Our average is 6 days.
Okay.
So on average, someone will keep our gear for 6 days.
Cool. And this is something like if Greg's grandkids, for example, come in, and you don't have all that stuff. I'm guessing, Greg, at your house.
Right, a few toys, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been doing when the grandkids have come?
Well, you put them on the bed, and you make things put around them, and there's 2 of them, So
yeah. Make like pillow forts and stuff?
It's arduous. It truly is.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you don't have the stuff, they won't stay with you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They'll stay at whatever grandparent has the stuff. So then you're out.
See, grandparent
or
competition.
Or it becomes competition of grandparents.
This is a great deal. I'm telling you, it's a great deal.
$10 a day for a crib?
And then, and then you rent car seats, too.
We rent car seats, strollers, jumperoos, exercisers. These are all terms.
Exercisers?
I know.
What's an exerciser?
It's a circle. The baby sits in the middle. They can turn themselves
around.
Oh, the
bouncy
things. Or there's a toy every 2 inches, so they can turn around and play with a different toy.
Oh,
it's pretty popular.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And so, I know that you also have some very high-end things too. You've told me about the rocking horses that you went out and bought. They were not cheap, right?
No. Our largest order, we actually had to rent a U-Haul to get it up near Taos area, and he rented so much for twins We had to, get 2 rocking horses and 2 of everything.
Wow.
And it was, going to be a large order. So he said, "Yep, I'll pay for you to do the U-Haul."
Wow.
So we went up there, and the rocking horses and we actually on Saturday just launched high-end goods for the Santa Fe market. So that's really exciting.
And when we say high-end goods, is that like high-end cribs? What is that?
That's, okay, so there's a high chair that costs about $800.
Just for one high chair?
Just for one high chair. But you will, just like when you go rent a car, you'll be able to pop for the full size or opt for the convertible model. So I'm thinking that this would be good in Santa Fe, and so we'll see. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's very cool. And the business has only been really going for just a few months, but you've already just exploded, am I right?
Orders are coming in.
When did you officially launch the Babierge website and everything?
3 weeks ago.
That's amazing.
3 weeks ago.
But you've been doing the company as, what was it? It was City Baby?
City Baby Rentals in Santa Fe since 2011. However, when I went to go get the trademark, it was denied. So, working with the entrepreneurs gals, we talked about, it's time for a name change so that we can get the trademark.
Right, and Babierge is a little bit more, it says a little bit more about what you guys do, I think, too, right?
Yeah, and I created the word by combining baby and concierge. And that's really what it is. So, we were able to get the URL and all the social media tags because I made up the word.
Right. So what's the craziest thing somebody's ever requested to rent from you?
Let's see. There was a grandmother who's worried about her tile floor, her Satillo tile floor. So she had gone online and found a natural foam mat that looked like hardwood.
Oh.
So I bought that for her and then continued to rent it out.
Very cool.
So it was to protect the baby from falling on the tile.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Makes
and she
perfect
found
sense.
the item and said, "Hey, will you rent this to me?" And I said, "Yes."
Done. Makes it easy.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a couple seconds to talk a little bit more about this and everything else. We got a packed show this morning on the Morning Brew with Friends.